I'm really delighted to introduce Osagie as one of our newly appointed Nova Scholars, Professor of Law at the University of California, Berkeley, who will talk about unwinding racial injustice in the justice system. Thank you, Osagie.
Great. Thank you, Susan. It's really great to be here. And first and foremost, many thanks to Susan and Brian for organizing this session. So my name is Obasogie, and I'm a law professor at the University of California, Berkeley School of Law, with a joint appointment in the joint medical program and School of Public Health. So I'm going to spend a few minutes telling you about some of my work on police use of force and excited delirium. So right now, there's a trial happening in Aurora, Colorado, concerning the death of Elijah McClain. So Elijah was a 20-year-old Black man who was walking down the street in 2019 and was confronted by 3 police officers. So they tackled him, they placed him in a chokehold, and used other restraints. At that point, paramedics were called to the scene, and it was determined that Elijah was suffering from a condition known as excited delirium, which is thought to be a psychiatric problem that can lead to aggression and anxiety and death if left untreated. So the paramedics gave Elijah an injection of a drug called ketamine, which has a strong sedative effect. Elijah went into cardiac arrest and died a few days later. Unfortunately, the use of ketamine in this manner is not uncommon. For example, evidence has shown that medics in Colorado have used ketamine to treat excited delirium over 902 times from 2017 to 2020. But excited delirium has also been used as an independent cause of death, or just to describe to describe cause of death as an independent matter, especially when people die in police custody. So what happens is that police detain someone and they place them in physical restraints or use some other form of physical force. And when the person dies, the argument becomes that they suffered from excited delirium, or the notion that they became so mentally agitated and distressed that they simply died on their own with no one at fault. So what's interesting and surprising about excited delirium is that despite its widespread use among law enforcement, coroners and medical examiners, and forensic pathologists, there's little scientific evidence that the disease exists. It's not recognized in the DSM-5 by the American Psychiatric Association, nor in the ICD-10 by the World Health Organization. And there have been meta-analyses of the scientific literature on excited delirium, and the general conclusion is that there is little evidence that it exists at all. So how has this idea become so popular within policing and among some medical professionals when all evidence shows it's not real? So my work right now is trying to tease this out and to show how the emergence and popularity of excited delirium as an explanation for how people die in police custody stems from some of the tragic ways that race and racism come together in law and medicine. So I'm working on a book now that will tell this story and lay out this history in a way that will hopefully encourage medical professionals to be more proactive and not allowing science and medicine to be used as weapons that might obscure social injustice. So my time here with you is short, and I'll end on a positive note. Bringing attention to this issue has led to some positive outcomes. So, for example, California recently passed a law banning the use of excited delirium as a term that can be used by police and health professionals. And several organizations, including the American Medical Association and the American Psychiatric Association, have written position statements against the term. Even more, professional organizations that have been rather strident in supporting excited delirium, such as the American College of Emergency Physicians, have recently started to move away from using the term. Yet, there are still some challenges. Excited delirium is still used by many local police departments and other health officials, but these recent developments in California and elsewhere show how our work as scholars and advocates for health and justice can have a positive impact on our communities. I'm looking forward to continuing this work, and I'm thankful to the Nova Institute for their support. Thank you.